Hi, this is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Cannabis Collection. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos. So if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com. Check out my Patreon community or click on the Amazon link below. So e.l.f. recently came out with this collection of cannabis-themed products. They don't contain active CBD ingredients, but I've got a few options if you're more into trying something like that out. I'll mention those throughout the video. But I thought I would try these out mostly because e.l.f. has some great moisturizers, but a lot of them tend to contain a little bit of fragrance in them. And e.l.f. really can make some great things. And overall, a lot of them tend to contain a little bit of fragrance. However, once I saw this entire collection, I realized everything in here was fragrance-free and pretty well formulated. No real denatured alcohol or anything in there. I decided to give it a try, and they had a little set that I picked up where you can get all 4 of these, and I think it was relatively affordable. So now that I've had a chance to kind of play with them all and try them all, I thought I would give you guys a mini review of each product, reviewing the whole collection. So the collection features cannabis seed oil and hemp seed oil, which is present in all of the products, and again, does not contain CBD, which is not THC, but it's an active ingredient which is said to help with pain, arthritis, things like that. I'm not necessarily sure I'm sold on those totally, but I did use a CBD product on my back last night, and it seemed to help my back. So I don't know if that was in my head. It's highly possible. Okay. Anyway, if you have an opinion on it, leave a comment. So, okay, let me start with the face oil, which is called All the Feels Face Oil. Super hydrating facial oil, which is very affordable. The retail size is 1 ounce, which is this size, and it retails for $12. And it comes in a semi-opaque bottle. More opaque than it seems like, which is nice. Although I still recommend keeping it in a cabinet. But great for very dry, sensitive skin. Probably not the best for non-acne prone or fungal acne prone skin. But it's a bit thicker than a lot of other oils. I've gotten to use even just a couple drops go a long way. There we go. Which is a nice option. So it does a good job kind of hydrating skin. Takes a little bit of time to absorb. For me, I found it works best at night in my evening routine because I'm a little too fussy in my morning routine for a lot of oils. But it's got some really great ingredients. Jojoba seed oil, grape seed oil, Meadowfoam seed oil, hemp seed oil, Squalane, rosehip. Then we've got vitamin C and vitamin E in there. So overall, most of the ingredients are really great beneficial ingredients. No real unnecessary ingredients or fragrance or any iffy ingredients. So if you have dry skin, sensitive skin, this is a great option. Even oily skin, but if you tend to have acne prone skin, I'd just be a little cautious with it, or be sure to start it alone without any other products. So if you do get a breakout, you can quickly identify that this might have been the product that caused that. So overall, the facial oil is great. One of my favorite. e.l.f. has some great facial oils. Their Ultra Nourishing facial oil is also wonderful, and this one is equally as great and very affordable. So a nice option for drier skin. Their Happy Hydration Cream is also a nice option. So this is the full size, which is 1.7 ounces, and it retails for about $12. No fragrance, no denatured alcohol, great for dry, normal, sensitive, and some acne-prone skin. Although I'm not a huge fan of the jar packaging, although for $12 for the full size, it's a pretty good bargain in my opinion. Let me see if I have a spatula. Here we go. I've always got one around. So overall, very hydrating. I found that this one also works better in my evening routine, just because of how thick it is. It's a bit thicker than the typical moisturizer. And a little bit goes a very long way, which is nice. I found some moisturizers, I really just have to slather it on. And some, I can use a super small amount and can cover my entire face. And I'm not exactly sure. I think it's probably just the ingredients. So this one has some great ingredients. Cannabis seed oil, sodium hyaluronate. We've got some peptides in there, vitamin B5, niacinamide. It's a bit thick, takes a minute or so to absorb. Layers pretty decently as long as you give it a minute or two to absorb fully. So overall, this is a very nice face cream. If you're a bargain hunter, this is a nice one to have on your list. and works great for my dry skin, and I've talked to people with more oily skin. They've also found the texture to be pretty nice and works pretty well. So, and if you have acne prone skin, this one contains a few acne-genic ingredients, but not as much as like the facial oil. So it's worth checking out. Just be cautious when you start it and introduce it into your routine. And if you are interested in a face cream that does contain the active CBD, one that I really like, it does have a small amount of fragrance, is the Canuka CBD face cream. This is a nice option. I really like this brand because they use honey and beeswax in there as well as the CBD, so it can be very hydrating. I've liked using this one on my neck, which can get super dry as well. So this is a nice option. And another one, which is a bit lighter, is the Paula's Choice CBD Face Treatment Milk. This one's got a bit lighter texture, but this one also contains the active CBD, so if you're looking to try something with that in there, this one as well as the Canuka does contain that. So I thought I'd mention a couple of options for you. And I have a couple more options, which I'll mention toward the end of the video. Okay, so the next one is their Puff Puff Primer, which is Puff Puff Primer. So this is the full size, which is 1 ounce, and retails for about $8. Well packaged, works well as a hydrating primer, but it also tends to layer decently with most other products as long as you make sure other products absorb before you apply it. It will layer nicely. And then I recommend, if you use a sunscreen, apply that sunscreen after the primer, just because you want your sunscreen to be one of the last layers of product. And let me do a little swatch. And it does extend makeup wear. I would say it extends it by a couple of hours, because it does seem to absorb a bit of oil as well. So, and it also feels very hydrating. No fragrance in this one, no denatured alcohol, lots of beneficial ingredients. As a hydrating primer, it does a good job preventing skin from getting dry and flaky while wearing makeup, and extends makeup wear time. We've got some good beneficial ingredients in here: hemp seed, shea butter, sunflower seed oil, jojoba seed oil, carrot root extract, carrot seed oil, vitamin C, beta-carotene, sodium hyaluronate. So it's got a lot of good, really good beneficial ingredients in here, and works well to hydrate your skin, as well as seems to do a good job kind of absorbing excess oil, and does a nice job leaving a nice canvas for makeup application, and layers pretty decently for the most part. So keep that one in mind. If you wear a lot of layers in the morning, this one might become a little bit over the top, but perhaps if you could use this in place of a moisturizer. During wintertime, I haven't been able to use this in place of a normal moisturizer, but I would think during the summer when my skin is not as dry, I can probably apply this one and not have a need for my typical moisturizer. That's certainly how I'm going to experiment with it again in the future. So, well packaged, very affordable, $8, nice primer. And the last product of the e.l.f. collection is their e.l.f. Calm Balm. And I'm a little bit torn on this one. So it's $5 and it's 0.07 ounces. And for me, I've just found other lip balms that have a theme of this that just work a little bit better. It does feel nice and hydrating, stays on for the first 4 to 5 hours while I sleep. So if I use this at night, I can apply it and go to sleep and it absorbs. Although when I use it during the daytime, it feels like it instantly kind of transfers or fades. Leaves lips feeling slightly hydrated, but nothing really overly impressive. If you use it during the daytime, you will need to reapply it. This one wasn't my favorite, but it is a decent lip balm. And for $5, I don't know. I think the problem was that I tried a couple other products with this theme before this that I just liked better. But no fragrance, no alcohol, no real taste. Some good ingredients in here. The ones I've tried that I've liked a little bit better. First of all, the Smith & Cult CBD. What do they call it? The CBD Locked and Lit Lip Balm. This one I like better. It's a little bit thicker. It's a bit more hydrating. And it kind of works in the evening as kind of a sleep mask if you apply a thicker layer. But in the morning time, if you apply a thin layer, it seems to work well as a lip balm. And you can apply lipstick over with no issues at all. So I really like this one a little bit better. And the other one is the newer Smashbox Mindful 5 Lip Oil. This one, again, Works great as a sleep lip mask. And if you just apply it like kind of as a lip oil gloss during the daytime, it works well for that. Both these are more expensive than the e.l.f., but I just like them a little bit better. So I thought I would mention those in case you're thinking about not picking up these as a set. That there might be a couple other options that might be worth exploring, but overall, as a package, e.l.f. has done a pretty good job with this. And I really like the fact that they're kind of moving in a direction where they're making products that are great for sensitive skin or people that don't like fragrance and alcohol in their skincare, but might want some more natural ingredients. So overall, the whole collection is pretty darn good, and it's a pretty good deal, actually. You get a face oil, a moisturizer, a primer, and a lip balm, even though I don't like the lip balm so much. But you know what? If you get all those, it's probably equals the price of like one primer at Sephora. So that's another way to think about it, is that it's a good bargain. So anyway, so I just want to let you guys know my thoughts on the e.l.f. collection in case you guys were thinking about picking them up. I'm seeing them start to show up in stores. So out of the whole set, I would say my favorite has to be the face moisturizer. Because I really like some e.l.f. face moisturizer. Why do I keep saying that wrong? e.l.f. face moisturizers in the past, but they've had fragrance in them, and I just haven't wanted to use them so much because of that. But this one makes me feel like I can use it and not be kind of mean to my skin. So anyway, overall, those are my thoughts. I'm interested if you guys have a chance to try them, or if you have a favorite e.l.f. product. What is it, and why do you love it? So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Stay tuned for more tomorrow, and thank you so much.